Hey everyone, Katrina here, and today I'm going to tell you about the square root of negative numbers. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this and watch to the end to see all the examples. Okay, so growing up, you probably heard your teacher tell you so many times that you cannot take the square root of negative numbers, that it does not exist. I'm going to tell you today that it actually does exist, but we have to open our eyes to the realm of complex and imaginary numbers. So that's what we're going to be working on today, and I'm going to show you some really cool examples. So let's start with an example right over here. So what if we have the square root of negative 4? What does this equal? So again, first instincts, you might be thinking, okay, this is not possible, skip it and move on. But let's take a moment and actually use some laws of square roots and multiplication to really break down what's going on here. So if you remember how to simplify roots, you know that you can use the multiplicative property. So you can take the negative 4 and kind of divide this out or separate this out into two parts. So essentially you have here the square root of negative 1 multiplied by the square root of 4. And if we take this a step further, we know that the square root of 4 equals to 2. So we can write that right over here. But what about the square root of negative 1? Okay, we're back into the same issue where how can we take a square root of a negative number? So this is where I'm going to introduce a complex number I and show you this really cool trick. So essentially what's going on here is we have this complex number that's called I. And I squared is equal to negative 1. So that means that the square root of 1 equals 2i. And well, if we look back up at our equation over here, we have the square root of negative 1. So as a result, we know that the square root of negative 1 is simply I. So we would just write that right over here. So that means that the solution to our problem is, in fact, 2i. So now you've taken this and you can see that there is indeed a solution here to a negative square root. So let's do a couple more examples over here. So what if we have instead now the square root of negative 100? So we're going to do a similar thing as we did before. So we're going to break this down into two parts. We're going to take the square root of negative 1, and then we're also going to take the square root of 100. So here we know from before that the square root of negative 1 equals to our complex number I. And then the square root of 100 equals to 10. However, I want to mention something as well, that when we take the square root of a number, we always have to kind of figure out if it is a plus or minus value, because we know that if you take the square root of, or you know that if you multiply the same number by itself, you're always going to have a positive number, regardless if the two numbers are negative or positive. So that means we have to put kind of a plus or minus in front of our 10, and to amend our previous answer, we should be putting a plus or minus in front of our 2, because the square root of 4 is plus or minus 2. Okay, so then if we continue here, we would see then that as a result, the answer to the square root of negative 100 would then be plus or minus I multiplied by 10, where I is our complex number. So now in this video, you've learned that you actually can take the square root of negative numbers using this new complex number I that we've introduced. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like these, comment any questions that you have, and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing you next time.